Did you know that an emotion can only be in the body for about 90 seconds at a time if it's fully felt? If it's felt. After those 90 seconds, it has transformed. It transforms into something else. It changes form. Your mood shifts. So if you fully feel your emotion, you can allow it to change into something else. What happens when we don't feel our emotions is that it doesn't transform, and it can become stagnant. It can, accumulate in certain spots in our physical body as tension or aches or all these kind of sensations that you might know, like sore, stiff shoulders or hips or ankles or whatever. And this is often emotions having accumulated that we have not felt fully when they were there, or either when they were there, or like by coming back to them later and being like, okay, what was this situation about? Because when we're in something, when we're in the situation, it's not always our go-to to be like, just give me 5, 10, 90 seconds. I'm just gonna feel this emotion to the fullest. When we're in it, things are moving fast, and we're not like, and we might need to move fast, being angry or sad, or it's not necessarily our first impulse to be like, just let me sit for 90 seconds and truly feel this. So we can come back to it later. And this is the good news that I want to share with you now. It's never too late to transform and release an emotion that needs to be felt, and that wants to be transformed within you. It's never too late. And I'm going to share an exercise with you right here that can help you to tap into the feeling, whether it's one that arises in the moment, or whether it's an emotion that, all emotions are in the moment. I'm going to change what I was about to say there. But it's going to allow you to maybe let go of and get rid of and clear out in some old emotions that you might not know is influencing your way of being in the world right now. Emotions that are in your body, in your energy field right now, ready to turn into something else. So, the exercise that I'm about to share with you is a tapping exercise. And now I am not an authorized tapping expert, coach, or anything. This is just my shared from my own personal experience with this tapping exercise. It's an exercise that I learned from one of my previous mentors. And tapping, if you don't know tapping, it's a practice where you tap on different spots on your body to and it's in specific spots to help regulate and realign your nervous system and process emotions, for instance. So the exercise, this certain tapping exercise, looks like this. You start by bouncing the sides of your hands together like this. And then you rub your chest around with your knuckles like this. And you just shift between those two exercises. And you can do like a count of 5 for each, or you can do it intuitively. I like to just feel, okay, now I've been here enough, so I change. And And maybe with time you will find your way, you probably will. But to go even deeper with this, it's kind of, these motions is kind of resetting your batteries. It's like, imagine if this is a battery and you can kind of reload or make it flow the right way, so to speak, like your energy batteries. So you're kind of, you're telling your system to reset. And what you can do here is that as you do this, and you may close your eyes, and you can go with me if you feel like it, is you can feel into yourself, into your body. Is there an emotion right now that's alive? Maybe something that happened earlier today or last week, or maybe there's an emotion present that you cannot place, that just comes up and you're like, oh, I don't know why this emotion hits me. But just notice, tap into whatever emotion is there right now. It can be anger, it can be sadness, it can be frustration, it could also be joy, it could be gratitude, it can be jealousy, anything. And then I'm going to invite you now to try and amplify that emotion as you do these movements with your hands. You're going to amplify that emotion, and you're going to amplify it by either saying it out loud or saying it in your head, saying, I am angry. I am angry. Or, I am jealous. I am so jealous. I am so freaking jealous. And you feel, how is it to feel jealous, to feel angry, to feel excited, to feel sad? I'm so full of sorrow. Oh. You allow yourself to feel it. And it may feel uncomfortable and weird, and maybe you're thinking now, why would I say that and affirm that to myself? And I understand that question. The point here is not to affirm it to yourself and kind of anchor it, because we obviously do not want to anchor in sadness as a reference point. But what this allows us to do, this amplification, is to help us to really feel that emotion. And remember what I said in the beginning, that when we really feel our emotions, when we feel it, how does it feel in our body? Then it can transform. So the more time and space we give ourselves to really feel and to practice being with our feelings when they are there, and we can create this space, for instance, through an exercise like this. The more time and space we give ourselves to feel the emotions, the more of the emotions can release, can let go, can transform, the more space we can create for ourselves. So doing this tapping exercise is telling your system, okay, we're going to process and reset, and we're just going to take whatever emotion is present for us and most alive right now, and you just continue, you go until the emotion shifts, until you feel like, I'm done, or until another feeling comes up, because it might be on a roll. You might start with anger and feeling super angry or frustrated or holding grudges towards the neighbor or whoever was pricking at you earlier. And then when that feeling, when you've moved through that feeling, sadness might arise. Then you just go with that flow. You're like, okay, now I'm sad. And you feel that emotion. Now I'm sad. You can say it to yourself so that you can really activate that feeling, so you can feel it, so it can be released. Yeah, I hope it makes sense. And you can keep going for as long as you have the capacity or the lust. It's not like you don't have to, go through every million emotions that you have accumulated throughout your whole life. It's not like that. You can spend as much time you wish at a time. You can check back in several times a day or one time a day. Be like, okay, it might take 5 minutes now to just sense and feel myself and my emotions, and give myself this space to work with my emotions, to improve my emotional well-being in general. Because I promise you, the more you practice giving those emotions space and time to transform, the better your system, your nervous system, your whole being, your energy will be at doing this on autopilot. And you won't need to necessarily tap in with an exercise every time. I'm personally using this exercise quite often whenever there's an emotion or a situation or something that I experienced that kind of had a felt turbulent to me or whatever, something that I didn't feel like I got to process in the moment. Then I will just later in the day, or when I have time, I'll bring it back if it hasn't been processed by itself. I will bring myself back into this practice, tap in, feel okay. Or if I feel like I need to clear my mind, there's too much noise, I will use this exercise as well to create the space that I'm longing for, that I need to be able to move on. And it's become very automatic for me now. So that's something you can keep in mind, that if you don't feel like it's working, or you can't seem to focus on the emotions or feel any difference or whatever, just allow yourself to also be a newbie. Allow the practice to take its time to work. It's like this with all tapping exercises. The more you do it, the better your system gets at recognizing them when you start doing them well. And you'll be quicker and quicker at adjusting, realigning, resetting, because your system knows as soon as you start tapping, this is what we're doing now, and then it will all flow much easier. Yeah. I hope that you have gotten something great out of this share. Play with this exercise and feel free to share with me your experience, or if you have any questions, I would love to hear and support and exchange and be here for you. So thank you so much again. Take care of you and your emotions. It matters, really. It matters to create space to feel, and it's safe to feel. Remind yourself that too. That will be my last message for this video. It's safe to feel. Just create the space for yourself to do it, to feel it, and remind yourself that it's safe. You're safe. Okay, ciao.